もしもし、
もしもし、アミ、元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近は仕事漬けの毎日。
そうなんだ。大変だね。
全然平気。
Wunderbar!
Wunderbar.
Hello and Wunderbar! And welcome to Learn Japanese Pod, the podcast that teaches you how to speak and understand fluent Mandarin Chinese. I mean Japanese. You know how this works. I'm being way too silly. Okay, serious mode. I am joined today by the wunderbar and talented Ami Sensei. Ami Sensei, genki desu ka?
Yes, I am wunderbar.
You are wunderbar. That's good. 最近どうですか？
最近は、
相変わらず。
そうですね、相変わらずぼちぼち。
もっかりまっか？
いや、儲かりまへん。
もっかりまへん。
アレックスはどうですか？
今日はね、正直に言いますと、ちょっと風邪気味。
あら、なんかよく風邪ひきますよね。気をつけないと。
そうね。ちょっと弱いです。だけど今日はユンケルという元気飲み物飲んでます。でも、
知ってます。
まだ聞いてない。多分1時間後聞くかもしれない。
なるほど。
今ね、なんていう、気合で行きましょう。
頑張りましょ
う。万歳行きましょう。
万歳
Okay, so let's break down dialogue number 1. So, Ami Sensei, if you'd like to do it one more time.
Okay. もしもし。
もしもし。アミ、元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近は仕事漬けの毎日。
そうなんだ。大変だね。
全然平気。もしもし。
もしもし。アミ、元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近は仕事漬けの毎日。
そうなんだ。大変だね。
全然平気。
Okay, so Ami Sensei, can you break that down? First of all, what is moshi moshi?
Yeah, what the heck is that weird sound, right?
It's very, very strange,
moshi
isn't
moshi.
it? Yeah.
It's not mochi, like mochi, but
Yeah, mochi mochi. And sometimes I hear people say mushi mushi, which is completely incorrectly pronounced. That's usually students of Japanese, but it's actually moshi moshi. Moshi moshi. What does it mean?
Yes, moshi moshi is the word we say instead of hello when we answer the phone.
Right.
So you'd answer it moshi moshi, and then the other person would actually also reply moshi moshi.
And today's dialogue's pretty casual, right? It's between two really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And just a really quick question. If you were doing a really formal business call, do you also use moshi moshi?
Yes, you would still use moshi moshi.
Okay, so in short, moshi moshi is hello for the telephone.
Correct.
How did the rest of the dialogue go?
Then, Alex, you said moshi moshi. Ami, genki. So, genki is how are you? The word genki by itself just means energy. So, you can actually use that word to ask, how are you? And by making the inflection, genki turns it into a question.
Actually, just before that,
Yes.
it's a very, very difficult word. I don't know if this really translates into English, but what does ami mean?
Ha ha ha.
I
don't know.
So I don't know. What
I need to
could
look it up in the
mean?
dictionary.
Actually, does ami have kanji?
Yes, ami does have kanji. The kanji for a is Asia.
Uh-huh.
Asia no a. And mi is kanji for beautiful.
Asia beautiful. Cool. Interesting, yeah.
Asian beauty?
Asian beauty. There you go. That's awesome. Awesome name.
Yeah, that's not for me to decide. And then I said, genki da yo. Now I could just reply by saying genki, like, yes, I'm good. But I just added da yo to kind of make it a little more friendly. Genki da yo. So da yo is basically I am in a very casual way. So, 元気だよ.
Just a quick sidetrack here. So usually in your Japanese textbooks, like Genki, which is the name of a textbook, and Japanese for busy people, they'll actually have o genki desu ka, genki desu yo, which is the more formal way of saying it. But again, between friends, because we're super close friends, you can literally just say genki, genki. And then usually, like as Ami just said, you can put dayo at the end just to make it sound more friendly. So genki, genki dayo. Okay, sorry. As you were saying.
Then, let's see. Alex, you said, 最近どう? So you asked a question here. 最近どう? So 最近 means lately or recently. And どう is how. It literally translates to how. So 最近どう? How's it going? Or have you been recently? That kind of thing.
The thing I love about Japanese is that although, there are some very complex sentences, a lot of casual conversation does use very, very simple words that you just literally stick together like Lego blocks. So, Ami, genki, Ami, are you well? Genki dayo. Well, I am. I'm good. Saikin do. Recently, how? And in English, you have to make a grammatically correct sentence. Recently, how have you been? But in Japanese, you can just put these very simple units or words together. And that's why when you're studying Japanese, you should have a bit more faith in yourself, because you can actually get to very basic level of fluency maybe quicker than you imagine. So that's something to keep in mind. Although the next sentence is a little more challenging. What's that?
All right. So the next sentence is 最近は. So recently, or these days, 仕事漬けの毎日. So here I kind of added a little, not slang, but just kind of a term that you might use casually or in a casual conversation. 仕事漬けの毎日. So 仕事 is work, and 漬け. So 漬け is actually literally the term for, I guess, soaked or drenched.
Interesting.
Actually, the same kanji, same word as tsukemono, like pickled vegetables.
Is it the same one as chadzuke?
Yes.
So it's literally, I am recently drenched in work.
Yes. So 仕事漬けの毎日. So every day I am just drenched in work.
Oh, that's a really cool phrase. Actually, I hadn't heard that phrase before. That's really cool. So no means of, and then mainichi. So work drenched in of every day. So I'm super busy, super hectic every day.
Yes.
Very cool phrase. What did I say next?
Then you said そうなんだ. 大変だね. So Alex, you said そうなんだ, which is the casual way of saying I see. Okay, and then 大変だね. So 大変 is that's tough. だね. So another casual way of agreeing. So that's kind of tough. そうなんだ. I see. That's kind of tough. And then I said 全然平気. So again, pretty short, sentence here, but 全然平気. Those are two words. 全然 is not at all, basically. And 平気, fine. So I'm saying I'm fine. I am totally okay.
Now, this is a typical example of this generation's bad grammar is the next generation's good grammar. So zenzen is a word that your Japanese teacher will officially teach you is not at all with a negative word. So you usually say zenzen mondai dewa arimasen or zenzen mondai janai. So it is not a problem at all, and use the negative. But zenzen heiki, not at all fine, doesn't mean it's not fine. It means I'm like totally fine. So
Yeah, I guess 全然 actually means totally. Yeah, positive.
So it's like a modern way of saying, oh, everything's totally fine. Although maybe older Japanese people would raise an eyebrow.
Yeah.
That's not correct grammar, but to be honest, everyone uses it. It's a bit like in English we say I didn't do nothing, when you have a double negative. But it's 全然平気 to use 全然平気. It's not a problem. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, should we just do it one more time?
Sure.
どうぞ.
もしもし。
もしもし。アミ、元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近は仕事漬けの毎日。
そうなんだ。大変だね。
全然平気。
Okay, so did you understand that? Okay, let's do this again, but this time we're going to make a few changes to the dialogue. See if you can understand what's going on. もしもし。
もしもし、アレックス元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近彼女ができたよ。
そうなんだ。よかったね。
毎日楽しすぎる。もしもし。
もしもし、アレックス元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近彼女ができたよ。
そうなんだ。よかったね。
毎日楽しすぎる。Okay, people, did you understand that? Let's break down that second dialogue. Ami sensei, お願いします。
はい。Okay, so again, we answered the phone, もしもし. And then I asked, or I replied, もしもし. Alex, 元気? How are you, Alex? And Alex said, 元気だよ. So this is still the same. I'm good. 最近どう? Have you been lately? What's going on? What's up? 最近 recently 彼女ができたよ. Okay, so what's going on with Alex's life? 彼女ができたよ. So 彼女 is girlfriend が
Yay!
Yay! が
Yay!
できたよ. So if you literally translate this, it means that a girlfriend has been created. But of course, it actually means that I have a girlfriend.
Some native speakers will actually drop that ga and they'll just say 彼女できた.
Yeah.
Is another way to do it.
Yep, either would work. Yes.
Either would work, yeah. And then again, the yo at the end emphasizes that, hey, I've got a new girlfriend. Cool. What was said next?
Then I said, そうなんだ。よかったね. So, in dialogue 1, okay, そうなんだ appeared as I see. So we're using そうなんだ again, but, a little more excitedly. そうなんだ. And then I said, よかったね. よかった is good. よかったね. That's great.
And actually, I hear that a lot. So when you're reacting to good news from a friend or maybe surprisingly good news, you would react in that way. And again, I do hear that quite commonly. So, そうなんだ。よかったね. So instead of 彼女ができた, maybe Ami would say 彼氏ができたよ. I have a new boyfriend. そうなんだ。よかったね. Cool. And then finally,
Alex said, 毎日楽しすぎる. So 毎日 is every day. 楽しすぎる. So 楽しい, if you extend the 楽しい, okay, that just means it's fun, okay, the adjective fun. But if you add すぎる, it makes it too much. So 楽しすぎる is too much fun, 毎日, every day. So it's too much fun every day.
that's great. So let's do it one more time, okay?
はい。
もしもし。
もしもし、アレックス元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近彼女ができたよ。
そうなんだ。よかったね。
毎日楽しすぎる。 Okay, wonderful Learn Japanese Pod listeners. I hope you understood that. Should we do one more dialogue this time?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same dialogue, but again, we're just going to change the end, mix things up a bit. See if you can understand what's going on. もしもし、
もしもし、アレックス元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近、ジムに通い出したよ。
そうなんだ。いいね。
毎日筋肉痛がやばいよ。もしもし、
もしもし、アレックス元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近、ジムに通い出したよ。
そうなんだ。いいね。
毎日筋肉痛がやばいよ。Did you understand what that meant? Ami sensei, could you break that down, please?
Sure. Okay. So, beginning is pretty much the same as the other two dialogues. もしもし hello. もしもし hello. Alex, 元気? How are you, Alex? 元気だよ. I'm good. 最近どう? Have you been? What's up? 最近 lately ジムに通い出したよ。ジムに So, ジム in this sentence points to a sports gym, a fitness gym. に at 通い出したよ. So, 通い出したよ means I've started going to.
So, kayo is to...
Like frequent.
Yeah, to frequent something or coming and going. Actually, that kanji kayo is pronounced in a different way. 通勤する, which means to commute. So
Yeah.
some kind of journey that you do regularly. 通い出したよ, right? So started to
Yeah.
go to the gym. Cool.
Or like lessons. If you take piano lessons at a music school, you 通う.
Ah, that's interesting. So how would you say, like, I started doing piano lessons using that?
You can say 最近ピアノレッスンに通い出したよ。
Oh, cool. 最近トランペットレッスンに通い出したよ.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I guess you'd more commonly or more naturally say 音楽スクールに通い出したよ or something like that. Like the actual place.
Right. The institution where you're learning it, right? That makes sense. Okay, cool.
And then I said, そうなんだ. I see. Oh, okay. いいね. That's cool. So before we said よかったね, which you'd say, you know, to like congratulate someone maybe or just be like, good for you. But in this case, we're saying いいね, which is more like just a casual personal opinion, like, cool. いいね. Nice. That's cool.
So actually you could use both, right? You could say either よかったね or いいね, right?
Yeah, in this case though, いいね is more fitting.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think we've talked about this before on the podcast, but いいね is the translation of like, of the like button on Facebook.
On Facebook, yes, that's right.
So when you quote unquote like something, you いいね something on the Japanese version, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, いいね. It's like, I'm liking that idea. That's cool. And then finally, Alex said, 毎日筋肉痛がやばいよ. So, 毎日, every day, 筋肉痛, what the heck is that? 筋肉痛 is muscle aches.
Yeah, muscle soreness, muscle aches.
Muscle soreness, yes, soreness. 筋肉痛が the muscle sores are やばいよ. So here we go. This やばい term. It's kind of like 全然. It's a term that used to be a very negative word. But now people actually use it as a positive word also. So it kind of depends on the context.
It's one of those Swiss Army knives of Japanese vocabulary, right? You can use it for many, many different things. It's used a lot in Osaka, right?
It's useful. Well, yeah, but I hear a lot of people on TV saying it, people in Tokyo saying it, I think a lot more.
So what does it mean?
So what does it mean? Yabai. It could mean real bad. It could mean
Yeah.
real good. It could mean weird, or it could mean so many things. It's kind of endless.
Or like, I mean, some another use is like, yabai joutai ni natta yo. Like, this is a really terrible situation.
Yeah, like extreme. Yes.
We're in big trouble now.
Yeah. So it could mean like bad. I guess it's like in English, like you could use the word bad to mean bad, but it could also mean like, oh, it's good.
Yeah, like he's a badass or something.
Yeah,
like that, right?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, I remember in when I was a kid, when Michael Jackson's Bad album came out, which is like a million years ago, and there was this very posh English reporter reporting that this album had been released and they'd sold millions and millions of records, and he was saying, and the name of the album is Bad, which is American slang for good. And I remember even as a kid, I was like,
really?
Oh, man, it's just kind of like, could you make it sound any more stiff?
That's funny.
But anyway, before I completely derail the conversation, yabai. Another use of yabai is when you're eating food. Kore, maji yabai.
Yeah.
And like, this is this is killer. This is so delicious. So actually, in that case, it's this is so good. And sometimes you might even say maji yaba.
If you're young, yes.
If you're young, yeah, maybe not if you're older. Tanaka sensei, maji yaba. You probably wouldn't say that, but yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say grandmas like me don't use maji yaba. But I'll say maji and yabai separately, probably.
By the way, Ami's being very modest. She's not a grandma at all. I'm older than you, but anyway.
Yes.
Should we do the dialogue one more time?
Sure.
Let's do this, people. Moshi moshi.
もしもし、アレックス元気？
元気だよ。
最近どう？
最近、ジムに通い出したよ。
そうなんだ。いいね。
毎日、筋肉痛がやばいよ。Ami sensei, could you teach us some
はい。
random phone-related phrases, please?
Sure. So, 携帯電話。携帯電話 is the very official term for cell phone. So, you guys have probably heard 電話, which is phone. And 携帯 is portable. So, portable phone, cell phone. 携帯電話. But more commonly, people refer to them as 携帯.
Yeah.
So, if you just say the word 携帯, which means portable, it is talking about a cell phone. Okay. Next phrase, 携帯番号. So, can you guys guess what that is? 携帯 again is portable or cell, right? So, 携帯番号. Bango means number.
So I've got another word I sometimes hear, not that much, but meado. Do you hear that much, Ami sensei?
Yes. Meado is actually short for メールアドレス. That's a katakana there. メールアドレス. Mail address. It is your email address.
If there's one thing Japanese people love, more than eating takoyaki and getting in onsens, it's using katakana words and shortening them.
I know.
So instead of pasonaru computer, they say pasokon, right? So very useful. Give us another word, Ami sensei, if you would.
Okay, next one. How about 待ち受け画面? So, 待ち受け画面 is your screensaver. But we shorten that too, of course. So we call it 待ち受け. And another word, 写メ. What the heck is that? 写メ is short for 写真メール. So 写真 is photo, and メール, of course, is email or text message. So 写メ is a photo message.
Do you use it that much? I mean, recently, have people been using 写メ that much?
I think people just say 写真 now.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one from me. And again, this is another example of shortened katakana words. Smaho. Smaho, which is smartphone or smartphone.
Yes.
But of course, that's quite a...
Yeah, of course, nobody says smartphone.
Yeah, right. So that usually people, I don't know, what would you say is more popular, smaho or keitai?
Smaho kana? I mean, it's totally fine to say keitai, you know.
I think it depends depends on the person. Everyone's different. Everyone uses...
Depends on the person,
right.
yes.
I think I guess smaho...
I think it's 50-50 right now.
It's 50-50, and sometimes you use smaho when you want to emphasize that it's a smartphone with functionality. As opposed to garake.
Oh, fun.
Do you know...
Garake.
Garake. Yeah, so what does garake mean?
So I don't know who, invented this word, but garake is apparently short for Galapagos keitai.
Oh, interesting.
And so any phone that's not a smartphone is now referred to as garake. And I think it's because, that country Galapagos is, very I guess, easygoing and probably not so high tech.
Right. So okay. So it's an evolution thing, right? So
yeah.
On the Galapagos Island, you have these uniquely evolved iguanas and other flora and fauna that are particular to the Galapagos Islands, and they're very different from other islands and other land masses around there. So the idea is that the Galapagos kind of evolved in its own historical time bubble, and so the word Galapagos or Galapagos is kind of used to talk about things that are old-fashioned.
See, you explained it better.
Well, I'm a bit of a Darwin fan, but garake, so no ke.
Yes.
That's not from keitai, or is it from ke as in...
It's from keitai.
It's from keitai. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So garake. I didn't know garake came from Galapagos. I just learned something new. That's amazing.
But you knew about Galapagos Islands more than I did.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. But I'm absolutely floored. That's so interesting. I never knew that. Today I'm gonna talk to my Japanese friends and see if they understand the origin, the etymology of that word. Okay, cool. I've just got a couple of phone questions for you, Ami Sensei.
Hi.
We were doing very casual conversation, but let's say I wanted to call someone for work and it's very polite, and I pick up the phone and say, Moshi Moshi, how do I say, can I speak to Tanaka-san, please?
You would say, Tanaka-san wa irasshaimasu ka?
Tanaka-san wa irasshaimasu ka? Okay, I get that. So irasshaimasu ka is a very, very polite way of saying, is someone there?
Yes.
So Tanaka-san wa irasshaimasu ka? But more often than not, they're out of the office, or they know it's me, and so they pretend to be out of the office.
One way they would say he's not there is, Tanaka wa dekakete orimasu. Tanaka wa dekakete orimasu.
Tanaka wa dekakete orimasu. Okay. And there's another way to say it?
Yeah, another common way I think is, seki o hazushite orimasu.
Seki o hazushite orimasu. He is away from his seat, or she is away from her seat. Seki o hazushite orimasu. Okay. How can you say, I'd like to leave a message, please?
Dengon o onegai shimasu.
Dengon o onegai shimasu. Okay, that's pretty good. Dengon o onegai shimasu. That's pretty easy, right? Onegai shimasu is please, and then dengon is message. And then how would you say, could you get him or her to call me back, please?
折り返しお電話いただけますか？
ちょっと難しいですよ、アミ先生。
ちょっとだけです。ちょっとだけです。
ちょっとだけ。So, 折り返し。
折り返し yes, return.
折り返し、お電話 phone いただけますか receive. So, can I get a return call, please? Okay.
Yes.
折り返しお電話いただけますか And I'd just like to say to you, 4649.
ふーん。
I mean, よろしく。
It's a play on numbers.
Hey, Ami Sensei, thank you so much for teaching us some wonderful Japanese.
いえいえ、こちらこそありがとうございます。
すごい勉強になりました。ありがとう、本当に。
本当ですか？
本当。ほんまに。
ほんまですか？
ほんま。
結構使う、日常でも使う日本語なので、ぜひ使ってみてください。
本当に実際にネイティブが使うような日本語を勉強しますね。
はい。
すごく役に立つ日本語ですね。And hey everyone, thanks very much for listening. このポッドキャスト勉強になったし、マジやばいよ。アニ先生ありがとうね。
いえいえ。
So everyone again, yeah, thanks so much for listening. And as always, if you want to hang out with other Learn Japanese Pod people, you can visit our forum at learnjapanesepod.com/forum. Check out our main site at learnjapanesepod.com. If you want to leave your comments or questions, again, do go to the forum. And we even have a haiku thread there where you can leave your own haiku in English or Japanese. So you can show everyone your haiku skills. You can also hang out on Facebook. We have a page there at facebook.com/learnjapanesepod. You can tweet your tweety tweets to @JapanesePodcast. And finally, send us an email at info@learnjapanesepod.com. Please send me your comments, questions, and whatever you want to tell me or say to Ami Sensei. And one very last thing. If you like this podcast, please support us and consider leaving us a 5-star rating on iTunes. And just to give you an example, we got some really nice comments recently from Stefan Bach in Denmark, and he says, learning a lot from you guys. I moved to Osaka to work for a Japanese kitchen knife company 2 months ago. That's
Osaka, yeah, the best place.
Yeah,
Stefan.
So one major point is you came to Japan. Another one, you moved to Osaka. You are a man with taste, sir. And he's working for a Japanese kitchen knife company, which I could imagine is pretty amazing because Japan is famous for its knifeware, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's amazing to be able to learn more faster than just the everyday practicing. So keep up the good work. It's appreciated. Thanks, Stefan, Danish guy living in Osaka. How cool is that?
Very cool.
That's awesome, right? Mm-hmm. And he left that just recently. Another comment from More Grandy from Australia. Awesome work. I've only listened to one so far and I'm loving it. Have already learnt so much. It's fun and casual. Definitely would recommend. Arigatou gozaimasu. And the last comment I want to read is purely because I love this guy's username. It's from Australia and it's Squidface666. Make of that what you will. And they said, love the banter, awesome take on learning a new language. The breaks of English in between the dialogue are nice touch. Most language podcasts are like stale bread. Thanks for the flavor.
Oh, you're awesome. So welcome, Squidface666.
I feel bad because I wish I had that username. That's so awesome.
Me too.
You wonderful, fantastic people. Thanks so much for your wonderful comments. Again, please help us by leaving a 5-star rating on iTunes. It helps us to be, how can I say it? It helps us to get more visibility on the iTunes network. if you honestly think it's a podcast that's useful. You know, we want to help other people study Japanese. So everybody, thanks for listening. And remember to have fun while you're studying Japanese. That's the whole point. Just listen to those dialogues again, repeat, practice, and you'll be making progress in no time. So see you next time. Thanks for listening. Mata ne.
またね